What's up, guys? It's December 9th, 2011. This is One Question a Day, and I am Pete Moss. All right, I seen this story last night. I want to do a one question a day about it, but I really wanted to get a few more details of the story, like what was going on with it. If you're any kind of sports fan, I'm sure you've seen it. There was a big blockbuster trade in the NBA last night between the Houston Rockets, New Orleans Hornets, and my favorite team, the LA Lakers. Basically, Chris Paul from the Hornets, arguably the best point guard in the league, was going to be going to play with the Lakers. Like I said, it was a three-team deal. All three teams agreed to it. And the funny thing is David Stern stepped in and vetoed the trade, said it can't happen. Now, the reason he was able to do this because the Hornets are owned by the league. They don't actually have an owner. It's all the other owners in the league actually own the Hornets for right now. They're looking to sell the team. But what is your opinion of this whole thing? Did David Stern have the right to do that? You know, if you know about basketball and if you look at what the Hornets were getting out of this deal, Chris Paul was going to leave after this season anyway. He's a big money player. They would have lost him for nothing. Like, they got two really good scorers, draft picks. Like, in the long run, the Hornets probably come out the best in this deal, in my opinion. You know, and the funny thing, it all started, the first owner to speak out was from a small market, Cleveland. First off, Cleveland's owner, if you want to talk small market, look at the San Antonio Spurs. That is not a big basketball market. They have brilliant people running their office and their team, and they've drafted players like David Robinson and Tim Duncan and Ginobili and Tony Parker. And, you know, those guys have won championships in a small market. Yes, San Antonio. So, but it's funny that the Cleveland Cavaliers was the first person to send an email to David Stern bitching about it. And, you know, the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, since everything with LeBron last year, you know, if you're a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, you probably would rather see the Heat lose than the Cleveland Cavaliers win. So, you know, maybe the Cavaliers owner should focus on his own team. Maybe he should go out and try to get some team players to make his team better. I'm just saying. So what is your opinion on this? You know, after last year, LeBron was villainized. He was like one of the most hated people in the NBA, but I think David Stern clearly passed him. And, you know, what do you think about this whole thing? I think David Stern should step the fuck down. It's time to retire. And, you know, I've been hating on David Stern for a long time. I remember when Michael Jordan retired the first time. Everybody in the room was crying. Michael was crying. His wife was crying. Kids. The reporters were crying. David Stern stood right beside him and smiled ear to ear. Why did he do that? Because he knew that Michael Jordan was bigger than the game of basketball, and as a player, he had more power than the commissioner of the league did. Of course, he wanted Michael to retire. I'm just, you know, as much money as he brought into the league, he wanted him to retire. So this is really not really a one question a day, many questions like, what do you think about this? You know, if you're not a sports fan, sorry, leave a comment on who's your favorite Republican nominee, if you're not a sports fan. But what do you think about David Stern? Is it time for him to step down? Do you think it was cool that the Lakers did that? They're going after Dwight Howard. He's one of the best centers in the league. They're loading their team up. That's sports. That's how it works out. You know, deal with it. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm extremely happy with it. But leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Did you hate LeBron for what he did last year? I thought it was pretty funny. I don't think that they were all that they cracked themselves up to be, and it showed in the finals. But that's just a whole other thing. What do you think about David Stern? And how hated is he in the sports world? Probably the most hated person in the sports world today. All right, this is One Question a Day. I'm Pete Moss. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.